Hey there, and sub to this channel, you terrible wrong thinker. So we just found out who is going to be connected to my favorite captain out there. And no, we're not talking about myself on a Friday connected to a bottle of Captain Morgan. We're talking about the writer of Captain Marvel 2. And I know that you've been sitting around waiting for news on this. You're probably on a hunger strike, chewing on your nails right now. You'd probably be really hungry, so you probably have to chew on your nails. Cook yourself a hamburger. What are you trying to do? Starve? No, but when you're looking at this, who could be that writer? Well, let me tell you. Bam! Kelly Sue Taconic. Now, Kelly Sue Taconic, if you say, who exactly is that? I'm going to give you a breakdown. But really, all you need to know out there is they're a purveyor of the right type of ism. Fem-in ism. So that's the right type of ism. And they're so comfortable in themselves that they and their husband, they give interviews in big, giant adult onesies. Isn't that empowering? But when you look at that face there, you look at that beautiful, beautiful smile, you know that this person never has to force emotion. And not only that, this is someone that if you had a problem with something, they would listen, they would go out, they would try to correct it, and they would treat you with dignity and respect. I mean, you can always say horn-rimmed glasses and multicolored hair and probably armpits. That always equals respect. And let me show you the message that they sent me on Twitter that really did showcase that. I'm going to have to give it to you with tone and tenor too. So look at this. You're blocked. You can't follow or see Kelly Sue's tweets. Man, that is empowering. Thank you for that in advance. So if you're talking about who this person is the future of women in comic books. In fact, when I read this headline, I thought they were talking about women in the future in comics, because you know I'm a wrong thinker and don't know my place. But apparently, no, she is the future of women in comics, and she was telling people to be terrifying when it comes to that. Why? Because you're fighting the wrong type of ism. In fact, if you go and you look up the wiki on her, there's a part of it that talks about it here. When asked about handling the wrong type of ism, in the historically male-dominated comic industry, Taconic advised, be terrifying. Not only that, she told us that she's a chain breaker out there. She's one of those stereotype breakers, and she's going to break the chains surrounding Carol Danvers. She's going to turn her from a character that went out beating up other people, you know, because that's a damsel in distress, to a character that opines about politics and empowerment, because you know, that's what everybody wants. That totally won't get your comic book canceled, will it? Oh, wait. I think it will. So when you're looking at this, though, this is a person that the media coined the purveyor of Captain Marvel's full potential. She brought it to you. In fact, I guess I'm going to snap here because I can't applaud. Maybe I'll give you some jazz hands. I don't know if you can hear the wind going back and forth in front of the microphone, but yeah, I'm giving you them. In fact, I feel like I'm having some kind of fit. Give me my medicine. Give me my medicine. No, but this person, they help them reach their full potential. Now, when we go out too, like I said, they're part of the comic book's first couple of comics. So we're talking about two people with heavy influence that are so comfortable with themselves that, well, let's read on this. You're talking to adults dressed in onesies, the wife announces mid-conversation. Big, giant adult onesies, confirms the husband. The comic book power couple, Kelly Sue Taconic and Matt Fraction, are camped out in zip-up PJs amongst pile of books in Portland, Oregon, home their two children have just vacated for school. So they're dressed up like that because they're empowered, not because of their children. And of course, they're from Portland, Oregon. If you couldn't tell that, well, what kind of a terrible monster are you? The sounds like a surprisingly prosaic, if cozy morning for people whose minds are constantly flitting off to distant galaxies, or warping through the time-space continuum, or giving death a daughter, or gender-bending a classic hero. Stuff like that. Gender bending, a classic hero. Fun times, isn't it? Fun times. Now, when we go out, we wanted to find out part of this movie. I mean, it's been hard to find out information because Kevin Feige apparently is no longer enamored with Brie Larson. I mean, we thought he was. This was going to be the face of the MCU, but you notice all of these other movies, they keep coming up before it. We hear about Black Panther, and I mean, what are you talking about here? Aren't we trying to be diverse? Captain Marvel, not Black Panther. But no, I mean, when you think about those movies, Captain Marvel should come first, right? What terrible, terrible people. And when you're talking about this, too, who would star in it? Well, of course, we're going to get Brie Larson returning, but there's a very good chance she'll be joined by an entirely new cast of characters. It's been suggested by Larson that a sequel could feature the character Kamala Khan, Miss Marvel, in her theatrical debut. This implies some kind of cross-pollination with the upcoming show with Disney+, but not much has been said. So, Kamala Khan there. Man, this is another character. If you haven't looked up, you should, because it's going to be a first in movies. Man, you know, what an enlightened time to be around. So, when you're looking at this, though, if you want to get to know who this person is, this is also somebody that, well, she's an uber, the right time of ist. She's a never, one of those red hatters. She's pro that place that's been shooting missiles at us, and she's an activist for the right type of beliefs. But most importantly, she's all of these things about being a massive nerd geeking on. Also, she's one of those people that challenges the gates. She challenged the gamers. She challenged the comics. She probably challenges her neighbor to a fight if he goes out and he wants to put up a gate around the house. She probably rips it out of the yard, throws it at him because she hates gates that much. I mean, seriously. She's gone out alongside people like Anita Sarkeesian. Again, let me give this and maybe a little bit of jazz hands here, because they wanted to eradicate that toxic masculinity from the male-dominated comic book and video game culture. They got involved in this war, and oh man, doesn't that make you excited? It does me, for sure. I mean, when I look at these headlines and I think about who exactly would treat this movie well, yeah, man. I mean, think about that. The real power couple is not this person here and their husband. I mean, we're talking about, again, the future of women in comics. But no, this isn't the power couple I'm thinking about. The real power couple out there, well, let me show you. It's this person here, and that person. That's a true power couple. So anyway, you tell me what you think about this. And man, aren't you loving it? Aren't you loving it indeed? Oh, let me end this by saying thank you for showing up. Thank you for participating. You make these endeavors possible. People forget that all the time. I don't want to. I do this at the end of this to remind myself to tell you that sincerely. If you'd like to help out this channel, consider interacting with videos. That means liking, commenting, sharing stuff. You know that drill by now. But you spent time here. I appreciate it, so I just wanted to say that. I'll take up no more except to say thank you. I do appreciate you. We'll see you again soon.